And I walked in, all of a sudden, people started clapping. I was like, this can't be for me.
Some history was made in the state of Indiana this week.
What's that?
Oh, yeah?
So DJ Long Green, shout out to him, kind of spearheaded a proclamation to get blending notified as pretty much an Indianapolis thing.
Really?
Yes, with the assistance of Top Speed, Lex Luthor, he was there, amongst other DJs. Just as far as the history of DJing in Indianapolis, Indiana, or Indiana as a whole, we all know that our style is very, or it's, you know what I'm saying, it's grown and it's become accepted everywhere. And even outside of Indianapolis, Midwest too.
It's a, you know, I can speak to it being something, you know, in St. Louis, if you can't blend two records together. That's why, you know, when I came here, I was like, okay, these DJs get it. Because I remember I went to Nashville one time. I was like, what are y'all doing down? And this is on the radio. Like, y'all got on the radio doing this?
Yeah, that's what
Nothing
they do.
against Nashville. Love the city.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably some nice selectors down there, but there's a difference between able to, you know, make these mixes happen for real. And that's really a Midwest thing.
Definitely. Because
even when, shout out to my man, DJ Cut, worked with him when I was at what was then Clear Channels, now iHeart. He was one of the DJs that started Power 105 before the Breakfast Club. He was on with Ed Lover in the morning. And he'd get out there and take that Midwest style. They were so used to people just getting bombs and sirens and all that. You know, to hear someone actually blending records, they were like, whoa, what are we doing here? What's this?
It's like even the mixtape game.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before.
Facts.
I don't know anybody that makes mixes and blend tapes like we do here in the city, honestly. And that's just how I feel about it from experience. I remember one time my cousin from California was in town, and I was messing around back then with turntables. I hadn't actually become a DJ, but he was like, what did you just do? And that's just how we came up. We knew blend. That's just what we own. He was like, how did you put them songs together like that? I'm like,
this is what we do.
That's what we do. He's like, that's crazy, dude. He's like, y'all call those mixtapes? Like, I'll start playing him stuff. He's like, a mixtape back home is just a song after a song after a song.
Somebody curated their own playlist.
Yeah, it's a playlist.
But they would I've heard mixtapes from places and they're just playing songs and letting them ride out, and somebody starts talking over them. I'm like, these are not mixtapes.
Why do y'all think this concept that we're talking about, do you think it's underappreciated?
I don't think it's underappreciated because I think a lot of people try to mimic it now.
Okay.
And then it evolved, and I won't even necessarily say evolve, because this particular style I don't necessarily like is when they do mashups, so to speak. It's almost like a different term, but it's when they take something that probably shouldn't go together and put it together. It doesn't sound the same to me though, like style-wise.
Trying to force it to work?
No, it's not forcing. It's just a different type.
Okay.
So blending is more natural. It's like almost like you're cooking something. You're blending it all together, and you have this final product that sounds the way it sounds. You know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with it from where we're from. But, I mean, everybody's trying to do it now. And for them to recognize it as a proclamation that it's something that originated here and in the Midwest, I think that's pretty solid. That's
and there's like a day that I think it's
August 5th.
I don't know. There is this particular day that's like a
whatever.
It's a day in the city
Monday?
now.
What was Monday?
The 7th.
The 7th. So I believe it's the 7th.
Yeah, so that's cool. I don't know if I understand what the difference between a mashup and I mean, when I think of a mashup, it just sounds like it's like to me, blending to what you're saying is just like two songs that kind of blend together, and you leave one of them and then you blend into another one. A mashup always seems. I've always thought a mashup was like multiple blends on top of each other. Well, is that not quite what it is?
When I first heard of mashups, it was more like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a good way to explain it, because I can hear it in my head, but I can't really put into words what it is.
Is it more so like just like dropping the song on? It's like both songs playing it full at the same time, as opposed to a blend.
Kind of going back and forth.
Okay, so it's like one of the volumes is maybe a little lower, and then you bring one up or something like that.
Like, so it might be like a vocal of this rock and roll song, and then the vocals will drop out, and then it'll be the vocals of the other song that's playing, but it's like a far off song almost. I don't know. It's different. It's not a blend.
Gotcha.
So
I got to look that up now. I
didn't know that blending wasn't like a
national thing.
No, I just didn't know that. I mean, I've been to many places where the DJs, I just thought they sucked. Which, in my opinion, that being able to mix and scratch together.
I didn't realize how much it's a Midwest thing until I went somewhere else. Because when I was in I don't know, Phoenix, Arizona, and I went out one night. Completely different. In terms of what Terry's talking about, is more closer to what Jay Moore was talking about with the bombs and the sirens. And,
I mean, that's more East Coast.
Yeah.
but when I heard it out there, it was no blending at all. Not like the seamless blend that we used to hear that he's talking about.
Well, they might, because I know some DJs, they don't blend, but they know how to cut the song and then bring the next one in. They just have a sense of
Rhythm and
on the beat.
Yeah.
Drop it on the beat. Yeah.
But
that would be me when I try to practice. I ain't gonna hold
and
you.
I mean, there's probably somebody listening now who's like, well, my city does. Where's your proclamation at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where's your proclamation? And I'm not trying to say
no, but you're right though.
That is that we depend on proclamations, but if you felt that strongly about it, where's your DJ community that made sure it happened?
Come on, I'll stand on it.
I mean, look, Indianapolis has an extremely rich, very rich DJ community.
Absolutely.
And
Agreed.
it might be one of the most well-rounded communities that we have in the arts field in Indianapolis. Like that might be one of our strongest suits, and it's because of all the DJs that were here, and
the pioneers that paved the way.
People
Yeah,
willing
they've
to
done.
teach, and people willing to.
I mean, we have a DJ school,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Literally. And I have people, I have so many friends that DJ, especially on the East Coast. When I was living out in Maryland, became friends with a lot of guys that are dope DJs, and they respect the DJs here. And I'm talking about openly, like they're like, man, y'all got more than a handful of dudes that really get down. Ladies too, like the culture is very well respected.
It's a vibe. Like when they talk about a vibe, literally anytime somebody from out of town is at any party that I've DJ'd or any of my friends have DJ'd, they always come up to you at the end and be like, man, this is really tight. You know what I'm saying? This sounds different than what I hear back home. This would work. Like, I'm telling you, if y'all did this here, it would do these type of numbers. They literally tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody here, we're so used to it that this is just how we are.
Now, I will say that going to Chicago many times, I've definitely witnessed this in Chicago a lot as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
So
Midwest.
It's a Midwest thing.
Midwest,
you know?
Yeah. I agree 100% because there's some guys up there that were in Chicago, especially when I lived there, that were amazing. But I was used to it, so I could just appreciate it. Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that.
I just thought it was a thing, and then whenever I heard somebody that couldn't do it, I'd be like, "Why are you even up there?"
Yeah,
and it's weird when you're in that environment and you hear the opposite. It just feels weird because we almost take it for granted.
As a DJ, you're critiquing everybody anyway, so especially out of town. It's like, this is terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now don't get me wrong. I have heard trash DJs from here that
hard?
just slam tracks.
Is that hard to turn off?
It's hard to. What they don't have a lot of room to move because
they don't.
The good DJs look,
and to be honest, I don't see those people out anymore.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not not just trying to say, but there are people on national level who, when they come here, they want to make their pilgrimage, if you will. I know that's putting a lot on it. If they're here on a Tuesday night, they want to come to Coaches.
Facts.
They want to play at Coaches.
Yeah,
and the real test is, do you get invited back to Coaches?
Exactly.
Because there's some people who played.
I haven't been invited back.
They haven't been invited back.
Your situation was a little different.
I heard they blame COVID on you.
Yeah, yours is a little different.
It's kind of. I mean,
that's right. You were the last person to play. You were the last guest before COVID.
Yeah. I think I did pretty good too.
I thought you did good as well.
I got footage. You did a good job.
Yeah, I was there. Is that hard to turn off your DJ ears whenever you go out of like when you go out of town, or if you go to an event?
Absolutely.
I don't think it's something that you want to turn off.
No.
I'm just I'm just asking. Like, I know I'm wired to hear stuff. I can't change that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know from a DJ's perspective, is it the same? Is it the same thing?
You can't turn it off. I mean, it's kind of embedded in you. You can hear stuff that somebody else isn't hearing because you listen differently. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
No, you can't turn it off. And when you venture outside of, you know what I'm saying, the Midwest is a different ball game. And it's kind of weird because it's like, how are y'all actually having fun at this?
Yeah. No, I mean,
you just don't know no better.
Because you can tell somebody who, if they DJ here, they got on because they knew somebody, or they was somebody's husband, a brother, a cousin.
Wait, that actually happened?
Look,
No,
remember I went to like this AKA event, one of their events they had here in the city. And you could tell it was somebody's like uncle, cousin, or brother who was up there DJing, because it was the DJ was
Baby
terrible,
daddy.
the MCing was terrible. It was all bad, and I was like, I mean, I was trying not to turn my nose up at the Vibe.
So they threw somebody a bone, a couple people a bone.
Yeah, somebody got a hookup because they're all the DJs in the city, and you got on DJ Cat in the hat with Fisher Price set up.
Filth on filth.
Yeah, just up there, and a dude just saying whatever because he's so happy to have a microphone in his hand. That's what consumed him. He don't care about the vibe of the party.
That's what consumed him. I have a microphone.
Nah.
This is my show, not the event. It's not about the event. I have a microphone. Y'all about to get this work.
Nah, I remember texting Jay Moore. He hadn't made it to Coaches one time. Like, where are you at? Somebody had took the mic.
Just up there.
It was just up there.
It happened one time, and I walked in. All of a sudden, people started clapping. I was like, "This can't be for me."
Yeah, it's to get this fool off the stage. Is what it
I
is.
was like, "All right."
Well, it's for you too, but it's more about getting that fool off the stage.
I would tell people, if you're gonna have somebody MC for you, like you tell them what you're supposed, tell them what they're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Like they're not supposed to be trying to outshine the DJ. Not ever.
You ain't supposed to be up there trying to rap either.
It's up there like you're trying to. If you just go, since we're talking about the 50 years,
yeah,
the MC was not at the forefront. The MC's job was to say, look at this guy and talk about how good he is.
Right.
That was what you were supposed to be doing.
That's why DJ 𝗀𝐿 is in front of Fresh Prince.
That's why Eric B is in front of Rakim.
There you go.
The MC does not come first.
Look at y'all podding with y'all history. Okay.
If you are an MC, a host, whatever you like to call it, and you're rocking the party, and you up there trying to outshine the DJ, you're doing it wrong.
𝐾𝐄 right?
Got an article about him.
He'd be up there being like bigging up the DJs and bigging up the people in there and selling weed on the side.
There you go.
You get what
That's a good hustle.
Look, his name was 𝐾𝐄.
Get that bread now. Get that bread.
He literally told you twice what he had on deck.
He told you twice.
Told you twice.
Yeah.
If you can't get it by the name by now, but the name 𝐾𝐄.
He told you you can get the hard or you can get the soft.
You're stupid if you don't get it after that point.
So he did. In fact, he probably didn't want to be in the forefront.
Right.
You know, gangsters moving silent.
So what you got, brother? You didn't hear my name, man.
Yeah, calm down.
Calm down. Yeah.